Hello, this is Calvin's. I want to welcome you officially to this particular tutorial. Today, I just want to explain some few things that we have already added onto the ProSmart exam analysis system. So, first and foremost, we need to log in, and then after that, I'm going to delve into those areas where we have done the updates. So first of all, we need to log in. Okay, the credentials, you are able to change your password at will. Okay, so when you log in, you are going to present it this particular dashboard. You should be able to see the dashboard here has a lot of areas. I'll not do much here because already there are videos that we have already done all the tutorials to do with everything here on the dashboard. So for today, just allow me to give a brief tutorial on how you are able to upload the school rubber stamp, the school official stamp, onto the report card and all other documents. And then I will also give a brief explanation on how you're able to upload at most 3 exams on those report cards. So first of all, let me now show you how you're able to upload more than 1 exam, and at most 3 exams on those report cards. So you will be able to click the score sheet. So I want to demonstrate the form 1. So this is the score sheet for form 1. This is where you'll be putting in the marks or the scores of the students. So remember, you have done the subject selection, and already all the subjects selected for form 1 are displayed here, and you'll be able to put those marks. So first and foremost, you need to have those scores for the students. So I want to assume this is an exam that students have sat for, and the scores are already here, and this is the mark sheet. So we want to ensure that this exam is displayed on the student report card. So you will come here, come over here, then we are able to export as test 1 of the term, or you can export as test 2 of the term, or you can export as test 3 of the term. So at most we will be able to export 3 tests from this sheet. So we are exporting to the report card template, okay, from this sheet. So I want to export this one as test 1 of the term. So the term has just begun, and maybe we have given an exam to the students, and they have sat for it, and it has been marked, and everything has been done, and now it's time to analyze. So we want to export this as a test 1 of the term. So come here, then you click this button here. When you click this button, this exam will be exported onto the student's report card as test 1 of the term. Okay, so you are free to export it as test 2 and as test 3 of the term. So, but the term has just begun. I want to assume the term has just begun. Now is the first exam that the students are sitting for. So we are going to export it as test 1 of the term. So you can notification here. You can see this, very nice. So it's just confirming for us that the operation is successful, and we can validate that. So that means we have exported this particular exam as test 1 of the term. Okay, so now let's say we are now sitting for another exam. Now the students have sat for another exam, so let me just can delete all the marks. You can delete from here. If you want, you can simply delete all the exams from here. All these tests, instead of deleting them manually, you can just delete from here, and all the scores under the subjects will be deleted. So, but I just want to make changes just to make some few adjustments. Like, so for example, let me say here is 60, here is 90. Okay, then I can also change the marks in Kiswahili, maybe 89, 41. I just want to assume those are the marks the students getting in the next exam. So we can say this is the second exam of the term. So now we have done the analysis and we want to assume everything is fine, and now we need to export this exam as test 2 of the term. You export it as test 2 of the term. So when you have exams, so that they are stored for us. So we have stored that exam, we have stored it, and we are sure we can refer to it later on, so we can validate. So that exam is now safe and stored. So again, it will be reflected on your report card. So if you need to sit for more than 2 exams, maybe 3, then let me assume again that we can make some few changes here. So maybe I can change only some few subjects just for demonstration. So just for in this term, now I need to export. So you can export this particular exam as test 3. So you come and export this exam. Some sit for 3. Okay. So that is great. That's great. So that we can validate that. So we have exported those exams and they will appear on the report card. And we have stored them very well, archived them very well. So I want us to now look at the, let us proceed to the report cards to see what is happening in Form 1 report cards. So when you go there, you'll be able to see that the report cards now are very up to date and contains all the exams that we have sat for within the term. Okay, as you're able to see, very nice. So you can see test 1 here, you can see test 2 here, you can see test 3 here, you can see the average of the 3 tests very nicely displayed here, and the grades are very nicely embedded at the sides of those scores. So when you look at this, it's embedded just at the side of that particular score for all the scores. Okay, that is very great, and you're able to see that down here there is a performance trend. So it will give you the trend of performance of this particular child, so that you'll be able to advise accordingly. The trend should be within the shortest period possible, so that you can come in and can chip in and to make your give your advice where necessary. So you can see here in test 1, this student seemingly when sat for test 2 went down a little bit, then it climbed a little bit when now was sitting for test 3. Okay, so you can have at a glance the performance trend of the student. So down here there are the comments depending on the test, the performance in those tests. So then of course I'll tell you how you upload the school rubber stamp, official stamp. So now colleagues, you're able to see that this card, report card, has got all the tests, so you will only make sure that you do the you actually do the settings on the side of subject teachers, which I've not done that, but already I had done that in another tutorial. So make sure you do the settings for subject teachers in each stream. In each stream, you will do the subject teachers, okay, so that they also appear on the report card. Though that one I've not done this time around because I was just demonstrating another thing altogether. So let's go back. Let's go back home and then see. The same thing you can also do when it comes to Form 3 or 4, the upper classes. So you can see this one here. You can export as test 1. export as test 2, and also you can export as test 3. So it's the same thing. So let me just go back, and then I can show you the report card for the form 4. So when you come to form 4 report card, you are able to see that you have a very nice report card template here. So you can see, very nice. So remember, from 3 and 4 they do selection. They don't take all the subjects, but they do proper selection, at least 7 subjects. So you can see this student here. When you select the student here, you will see that it will change with that. So all the subjects and the performance trend, you can see this student is on a decreasing trend. Test 1 performed better than test 2, and now test 3 is the worst performed exam for this particular student. So you can see all the 3 tests are here, and the average is given here. So you can view another student, maybe euphrasia, this one here, and you can see changes with that. And the trend also, this student also, the trend indicates a decrease. Okay, so that one will guide the parent or the guardian so that they chip in very fast and give an advice where necessary. So then when you go back home, I will be able to demonstrate how to upload school official rubber stamp. So for school official rubber stamp, just come here, then click on that. Remember, at the same time you can upload the logo, you can upload the school official rubber stamp. So for the logo, already I've given tutorial on that. So for school official rubber stamp, there's no difference there. You only click that button, then it will present you open. So you are sure it is uploading. So I've already uploaded, so it will lead us home. So the rubber stamp there is nicely displayed, and I can show you here. That's the one. So after you've uploaded the rubber stamp, you'll be able to have it on all your documents, including the very important report cards. Okay, so when you come to report cards, you'll be able to see your upload featuring on the report card. Okay, and that's very great. So because the report cards may be very many, and there is no time where the head teacher or the principal will be sitting down and doing all that kind of work, or the teacher sitting down and doing all that kind of rubber stamping and doing all that work, which is tedious and can be tiresome. Okay, so we simply upload, and then all the report cards will be having the school rubber stamp. So that is what we do. That's what we do, and this is a great software for analysis of exams that every school must be yearning to have. Otherwise, thank you very much. If you have any question, if you have any query, kindly do so using my email. You can also search for more in our channel.